Of course, I had to write this song about you right now. Yeah. I told you I was gonna make this song about you right here. Yeah. Hey, bad little thing, yeah. True religion jeans, yeah. Super clean, yeah. What's good with you and me?
Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl TRANSLUCENT, also known as ONIKA.ANA on my social media platforms. If you're new here, hi, welcome. I hope you're here to stay and become a part of this family by just clicking the red button down below and subscribe. Become a member of the gang. Get into it, darling. So today I am going to create this gorgeous sunset look. As you can see, the eyes are eyeing, the blush is blushing, the lips are sunsetting. You know, get into the look, darling. Get into the look. I am obsessed, and I hope you guys will love this look as much as I enjoyed creating it. So yeah, and please give this video a huge thumbs up before you watch. So yeah, let's get right straight into it, guys. Let me not talk too much. Alright guys, so I will start off by prepping my face today. So I'll wipe my face using this family wipes from Pep. I'll just like remove any dirt that I might have in this face. Then for primer, I'll be going with the Scarlet Hill primer. As you can see, it was loved to death. It is almost finished right now. This is like a moisturizing primer. At the same time, it is mattifying. So I love it so much. So while we let our primer sit, I'm going to go straight to brows, and I'll be using this pencil. It's a Huda Beauty dupe. I'm not even sure if there is this pencil, but I got it on the 5-rand store. Make sure that you use a lighter hand when you are using a pencil, because they tend to be too mushy, or they smudge all over and create like a very dark mess. So just use a lighter hand and fill in the curve line just like that. And then to create hair-like strokes, I am going to use this Essence brow liner. Lately I use this almost like every time, just to create hair-like strokes and make my brows a little bit more darker and mattified. It is also waterproof, so I like it so much. See the difference already? This side is already like darker, so that is basically what I'm going for. Also use a lighter hand. So to conceal my brows, I'll be using this Smudge concealer in the shade Soft Beige, and I'll use it on the lower part of my brows and this flat dome brush. And we will start off by curving this part of our brow and kind of like drag it. This is a very like soft concealer, so it kind of makes my work really easy. Then I kind of blend it using my finger like that, and you can actually like use it when you are going for like a no makeup type of look. So we'll blend it like that. So we're gonna do the same thing on the second brow. Alright, so for the top part of my brows, I'm going to use this Smart Concealer in the shade Almond. I love this particularly because it is kind of like darker in shade. It is slightly closer but a little bit darker than my skin tone. So I love to clean the top brow using this shade. As you can see, it is kind of blending very neatly. That is so clean, guys. Just like that. Do the same thing. Blend it using our finger, just to create that flat, beautiful canvas. See? Brows clean. Brows clean, darling. And then our face is already set. We're gonna go with the second primer, and then I'm going to focus it on the T-zones as well. This is kind of like whitey. It's giving sunscreen vibes. So see, it is literally going sunscreen vibes, but I love the base. We don't have to use white. You don't have to use a white primer like I did. You can use like any primer that you like, especially the primer that goes well with your skin type. Well, if you have dry skin, then you can go with the illuminating primer or oil-based primer, and then if you have oily skin, then you can go with the mattifying primer. So yeah, that is basically up to you. I look like a ghost right now, but just trust the process. Let's go straight to the foundation. So next up, we're going with our foundation. We are going with the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation in the shade 5W1 Bronze. Love this foundation to bits, guys, but I hate the fact that it doesn't have the pump, so I don't really like that about it. But yeah, I love it so much. It is a very good mattifying foundation. This foundation is kind of lighter for my skin tone. It's just that I don't really have my shade in these foundation. I usually mix it with the darker shade, but today I decided to just like use it alone, because one thing about the contour, it will just help everything. It will just diffuse everything and make it look good. Alright, so to contour my face, I am using the Revlon Color Stay Stick Foundation in the shade 450 Mocha. I am going to just apply it like this. It is going to warm the face really nice. It is kind of like acting like a bronzer. I love it so much. Nose as well, and kind of create like a V shape, and then go down with it. And then we're gonna blend using this angled brush. It is very fluffy, does the job really well. So we blend it like that. See, everything is kind of like coming together already. I no longer look like a ashy ghost. Oh, okay, that's good. So I'm not gonna conceal right away. I'll start with my eyeshadow first, but let's blend the nose. This is a very like simple, quicker way to do your makeup. Look at that nose. So for our sunset look, we are going to use the Revolution palette. This is the perfect eyeshadow for this kind of look. It has the blacks, it has the orange, the red, and the yellows. All the colors are in this palette. So to prep my eyelids, I am going to use the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade 08. And I'm not going to apply a lot of this. The reason why I'm not concealing right away is because I don't want to ruin my face. In case I get any fallouts, I want to be able to fix everything. So I got this tip from Temi. She is really good when it comes to makeup. So she's also like a YouTuber, a big influencer. So for our first shade, I am going to use a black shade from this palette and focus it on my crease line like that. And then we follow up with the red shade, and we will kind of diffuse it with the black a little bit, just like this. One thing about a sunset look, it is all about blending, okay guys. I'll first like tip it in like that, and then use circular motion to blend it. Don't be afraid to go back and forth with the colors. So I'll be going back and forth with the black and the red until I get the desired look. Right, so now I'm going to follow up with the orange shade. The orange that I have in this palette is not kind of like vibrant as I would like it to be. And then now we follow up with the yellow shade. We've finished things up with the yellow shade. To cut my crease, I'm going back with the Maybelline Fit Me, and I am going to use that flat dome brush. Now that the second eye is done, we're going back to the black shade that we used first, and then we're going to focus it on the outer part of my lid like that. We're going to just tap the product in. And then we go with the red. And then we go with the orange. And then we go with the yellow shade. I'm using a very light hand because this is a very strong yellow. Then we will go with the white shade, but we will definitely use a different palette. So for that, we are going to use the Freya Beauty palette, and we're going to use this shade right here. So I'll just let my eyes be for now and then go straight to concealing my face and bronzing it and do everything so that I can actually do the under eyes and pop on my lashes. Alright, so I want my under eyes to be a little bit more lighter than they are, so I'm going with the Infallible, just a tiny bit. And then to bronze my face, I am going with the Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder. Then I'm going to use the same brush that I use for contouring and just tap the product and warm up my face like that. And then for a blusher, I am going with the ONIKA Beauty blusher. This is in the shade Life of the Party and blushed. One thing about myself and this blush, I am obsessed with this blush. In the full powder, I'm going with the Yardley Translucent Absolute Powder, and I'll powder my under eye. Remove the excess, tap it. I'm going to go off camera and do my lower eye and then come back and finish everything out. And then for mascara, I'm going with the Elizabeth Arden and kind of volumize. And then we dust everything off slightly, but not using any rough hand. And then let's pop on our eyelashes off camera, of course. Now we set our face using the Scarlet Hill setting spray. For our lips, I am going with my recent fave, the ONIKA Beauty lipstick in the shade Homegirl, and I'm going to outline my lips using it. And then I'm going to go with the ONIKA Beauty in the shade Muse. Let's add a little bit of an orange. So I'm going to use the ONIKA Beauty blush. And then I'm going to use the yellow palette that I got, the yellow palette that I used on the lid, and then just pop the yellow in the middle. Orange. You're kind of creating a sunsetty type of vibe on the lips as well. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. As you guys know, if you've been here, you know that I love myself this Scarlet Hill highlighter. So I'll use it to highlight my nose. And I'll use the darkest shade. The nose is giving. The nose is giving. Perfect.